Hello and welcome back, and in this video we're going to be creating our get all tasks function that is going to retrieve all the tasks from core data. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to continue in our core data manager file, and we are going to create our function called get all. This is going to return an array of tasks. Okay, not task view model, because we are actually dealing with core data, so we want to actually keep our core data close to our actual model. So anything that is going to return is going to be in the form of the model, and then at the view model layer is when we're going to basically cast this into a view model. Okay, so we're going to create a temporary variable first called tasks, which is going to initialize an empty array of tasks, which we're going to override with the fetched results. Now, how would we fetch the results, or like how do we fetch the data? Well, that is super easy. Just create a fetch request. So anytime you want to basically fetch items from core data, you create a fetch request using ns fetch request object instance. Now this is a generic type, so you actually pass on the type that you want to fetch, in this case task. And basically creating fetch request is also easy because of the ns managed object. So because task is ns managed object, we can simply reach out to task and we can say, give me the fetch request for your type. Okay, so this gives us basically the fetch request. We can create a sorting condition, basically sort by condition, and we want to sort our records based on the due date. So we can simply say sort by due date, and we're going to simply create ns sort descriptor. Okay, ns sort descriptor takes few parameters. One is where it takes key and its ascending property, which is whether we want to sort it ascending or descending. So we want to supply the key, and key name is basically the name of our attribute, which is due on, and ascending as true. So we want to actually sort them in ascending order. If we go back into the tasks file and look at the task entity for the attribute, due on is one of the attribute that we have inside our tasks. Okay, our task entity. So that is what we are using to create this sort order. Now, once we have created our ns sort descriptor object type, we're going to associate that to our fetch request by calling the fetch request dot sort descriptors. Now you can supply multiple different sorting parameters by creating multiple different sort descriptors, and by passing them in the array, it basically takes effect in that order. Now in our case, we just have one, so we're going to keep it as an array of sort by due date. Okay, now our fetch request is complete, and we are ready to execute this fetch request against our context. So we're going to create a do try catch block, and we want to basically populate all the tasks or this task variable by calling context.fetch over the fetch request that we have created. And what this is going to do is it's going to basically run this query, this fetch request, and sort all the items based on the due date, and store all those tasks that have been fetched into this local variable. Now this can throw an error, so we're going to catch that and cast the error as ns error, and we're gonna print any error statement or the information that we have available using the localized description of that error. Okay, now one thing we want to do is we don't want to forget to return the tasks that we have fetched from the core data store. Okay, all right, so in this video we actually created a function that can help us get all the tasks from core data Okay, now in the next video, we are going to create another function which is going to help us add a new task into core data. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.